It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. On first down, Brown. And his first look is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On third down, Randolph. And some room to roam now. Escapes the defender. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Brown. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a big play there for the Broncos. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. And they'll run again. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal.
And this time he is in. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Rubin. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Reuben. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Randolph. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Brown on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Denver. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Now Connor. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Reuben. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Personal foul. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught. Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll look to throw again. And that's caught by Landry for a Denver touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Throwing on first down. Reuben steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Reuben escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Forced out to his left. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Man open is Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Brown. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Off play action. Reuben. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Reuben. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Reuben eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Reuben, they'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Brown. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Brown on 1st and 10. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Randolph. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Brown now throwing on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Here's Brown to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Reuben. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
7 yards to pick up there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reuben. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Reuben. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. That's caught left side by Judy. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Fights off the defender. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 15-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. This is Connor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And that's caught by Landry for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Reuben. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Off the play fake. Reuben. This is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
On 1st and 10, Reuben. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Reuben. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Finding Sutton. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, they'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Out comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation, so what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think he said.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd and 2, Reuben. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Reuben. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down.
Gets this to Fant.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he'll have a quick 1st down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Now Brown on 1st down. He's going to let it fly.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Brown.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.